Bank Negara Malaysia has announced new additional security measures to be taken by financial institutions in a bid to strengthen safeguards against financial scams. Citing BNM Governor Tan Sri Nur Shamsiah Muhammad Yunus, a Bernama report said these new measures include a requirement for financial institutions to migrate from SMS one-time passwords (OTPs) to more secure forms of authentication for online activities or transactions relating to account opening, fund transfers and payments, as well as changes to personal information and account settings. These institutions will also need to further tighten fraud detection rules and triggers for blocking suspected scam transactions so that customers are immediately alerted during any such activity and such transactions are blocked pending customers' confirmation that the activities are genuine. BNM will also require banks to observe a cooling-off period for the first-time enrolment of online banking services or secure devices, during which no online banking activity is allowed. Customers will also be restricted to one mobile or secure device for the authentication of online banking transactions, and financial institutions will be required to set up dedicated hotlines for customers to report scam incidents. The financial institutions have also been directed to be more responsive to scam reports lodged by customers and need to facilitate efforts to recover and protect stolen funds, including to work with relevant agencies to prevent further losses. According to Inspector General of Police Tan Sri Akril Sani Abdullah Sani, 12,092 online fraud cases, with losses amounting to 414.8 million ringgit, were reported from January to July this year. Astro Malaysia Holdings Group Chief Executive Officer Henry Tan Poh Hock will be retiring on January 31st, 2023. In a bourse filing, it said Tan, who joined the Astro Group in 2008, will continue as advisor to strengthen its content pipeline to serve the group's businesses and platforms. Announcing its succession plan, the satellite television operator said it appointed its current Group Chief Operating Officer Euan Daryl Smith as Group CEO designate with immediate effect. He will assume the Group CEO role on February 1st, 2023. Astro said Euan joined Astro as Group COO and CEO of Pay TV in 2020 and brings with him immense Pay TV experience, having held senior leadership roles in Sky UK and Fox US. It said he was a key member of the team that engineered Sky Germany's successful turnaround and was instrumental in helping Foxtel Australia move into the streaming era. In a separate filing, Astro said its second quarter FY23 net profit rose 13% to 98.47 million ringgit, while revenue fell 13% to 921.12 million ringgit. It declared a second interim dividend of 1 cent per share. CIMB Bank Jalan Raja Chulan branch manager R. Umar Devi confirmed with the Kuala Lumpur High Court today that former Prime Minister Datuk Sri Najib Abdul Razak received 2.08 billion ringgit in his CIMB Bank private accounts in early 2013. The prosecution witness said this during the 1MDB tenor trial. The banker, who was detailing the inflows and outflows of Najib's accounts, said the deposits were made in 9 transactions. She testified that 2.03 billion ringgit was withdrawn from the accounts in 5 separate transactions in August 2013. The previous year, Umar Devi said, over 90 million ringgit was deposited in 2 separate transactions in October and November into the Pekan MP's account ending in 694. She also confirmed that Najib had sole control of his accounts and that the former Premier was informed of all the transactions. In a separate hearing, the High Court has fixed November 14th to deliver its decision on the government's bid to forfeit jewellery and luxury goods seized during a police raid at a Pavilion Residences unit in May 2018. The 2,435 pieces of jewellery, 7 watches and 29 handbags were allegedly purchased with 1MDB-linked funds. Najib is contesting the forfeiture of the 7 timepieces, while Datin Sri Rosmah Mansor wants the jewellery and handbags returned. CIMB Bank says lenders appear to be eager to provide financing to small and medium enterprises as economic recovery offers better clarity for their risk profile. Ahmad Shazli Kamarul Zaman, CIMB Bank's Deputy CEO of Group Commercial Banking, said today that banks now have better line of sight in terms of how companies, industry and sectors will do, and is very optimistic that there will be a lot more activities and lending because of this. Ahmad Shazli was speaking at a media briefing after CIMB Bank and CIMB Islamic Bank inked a collaboration with Credit Guarantee Corp Malaysia and Syarikat Jaminan Pembiayaan Perniagaan to mobilise 30 billion ringgit SME financing in 2022 and 2023. This is double the amount allocated for the group's similar initiative in 2019 and 2020, during which CIMB achieved its target of disbursing 15 billion ringgit SME financing. Although SME loans are riskier, Ahmad Shazli said such risk is mitigated by collaborations with credit guarantee agencies. He added that the delinquencies of CIMB's SME loans are lower than what he had expected. Genting Malaysia expects 3 additional rides at its Genting Skyworlds theme park to be commissioned within the fourth quarter of this year as the casino and hotel operator plans investments in targeted events and promotions to drive leisure traffic to its hilltop resort in Pahang. The company said in a corporate presentation that it plans to leverage existing assets to attract foreign and domestic visitations. Genting Malaysia, which undertakes its local operations under Resorts World Genting (RWG), said it plans to optimize yield contributions at the Highland destination by focusing on key business segments and database marketing efforts. It said RWG has continued to ramp up its operations while capitalizing on demand for integrated resort offerings. According to Genting Malaysia, which also has operations in the United States, Bahamas, the United Kingdom and Egypt, it is well diversified geographically, though Malaysia is the group's largest revenue contributor. It said the recovery momentum of its operations worldwide is on firm footing, thanks to the easing of global movement curbs and the reopening of international borders. For the first half, Genting Malaysia said RWG registered a 93% hotel room occupancy rate compared to 63% a year earlier. Overall, it reported a narrower net loss of 137.38 million ringgit during the period as top line improved to 3.9 billion ringgit.